Here with Bryant men's basketball coach Jared Grasso. Jared, obviously this is something that has been on the minds of, I'm sure, coaches in the athletic programs at the university, but today it's official. You go to the America East Conference. What's this day like for you and your program?
I think it's really exciting. Like I said, it's a new challenge for us, and something fresh. The NEC was unbelievable. I played in the league, had the opportunity to coach in the league, and finally was able to get the championship that eluded me as a player. It took me 8 years, but I was finally able to get one of those. But it's a great new challenge, really good league that's had a ton of basketball success, and has a reputation of being a basketball conference. You saw what UMBC did and what Vermont has done, and I remember Albany taking UConn down to the ropes in the NCAA tournament. So it's a conference I followed, it's a conference I'm familiar with, and I think it's really exciting for our program.
Yeah, for the programs that you just mentioned and some of the history that we have in this conference, I'm sure for you and your program, you enter it and you look at it and you say, wow, this is great competition that we're coming into, and it's exciting and it's fresh.
Yeah, it's a fresh thing. It's a new challenge, I told our guys, and it's a challenge. Very good coaches, very good programs, but same thing, we're coming in to win championships. We're not taking a back seat. We're not showing up and saying, we just want to be a part of it. You know me, my mentality and our program's mentality is we're coming in to win, and we want to compete from jump. So it's a great challenge, and our guys are going to have to work really hard to get our program to the level that we'd like it to be in the America East, but we're going to put the work in, and again, we're coming in to be hopefully a perennial team that's competing to win championships every year.
Do you feel like you can build, sort of rivalries through this, especially regionally when you're playing state schools that are in New England? I'm sure that that's an opportunity to sort of build a new history with some of these schools, even if you've played them before in non-conference play.
Yeah, no question. And once you get into a conference, there's going to be rivalries. For some reason, we seem to have built rivalries in our conference in the last 4 years. But that's part of the deal. High-level competition, good teams in the region, and it's going to lead to high-level rivalries, I hope. And that's what you want. You want those type of games and those type of atmospheres. And I'm excited to go play at Vermont in front of sellout crowds. That's what you do this for. I'm excited for teams to come here and see what our crowds are about. Last year, obviously, we finished the year with unbelievable crowds, and I think we're going to have the same type of buzz next year. So I'm excited about it, and I think, again, it's a great challenge, but it's something that's exciting for our guys and exciting for our staff.
I asked you this during the press conference, but recruiting, how has that affected you? First of all, I'm sure that you looked at it at first and said, well, I want to recruit kids coming to my program next year, but when you heard the news, it's kind of like, I can't tell them yet until it's actually official. So how did you balance that? And then when you knew that you could tell people coming into the program, we're going to America East, what was that like for you?
Yeah, it was a weird deal for a little bit, but when you kind of knew it was going to happen, but you couldn't talk about it, and people would ask, but it's part of the deal. And I think it helped. It's helped us in recruiting, I believe. I'm really excited about the class we have coming in. I think there's been a pretty good buzz for us in the transfer portal and some of the guys we've been able to get involved with. And I think the conference move is definitely a part of that. And I think it's something that will help us moving forward, especially in the region. When you talk about some of those universities, you talk about the Vermonts and you talk about New Hampshire, and like in the region, those are universities that both academically and athletically people know. So I think it'll help our recruiting in the region. And again, the success the America East has had in the NCAA tournament. They've won games in the NCAA tournament, and that's something we aspire to do. I think it's something we'll be able to sell in recruiting moving forward.
Off conference, and you just mentioned the transfer portal, but so far, saying as much as you can, what's it been like so far to just build off the success that you had this season, getting to the NCAA tournament, and how has that helped you bring in guys from the portal, even guys that have been in your program, guys like Peter Kiss who can help you bring in those guys?
Yeah, I think it's the program it's a different job than it was 4 years ago, and recruiting is different than when it was 4 years ago with the transfer portal, and so recruiting has changed a little bit. And I think because of some of the guys we're able to bring in initially and have success, the Peter Kisses, Hall Lazias, this whole graduating class, these 5 guys were able to propel us, I think, and you can show the success that guys have had as transfers coming into our program. It's a way I've recruited for a long time at Iona, so I have a track record of kind of bringing in highest level transfers and those guys having success both academically and athletically. And then you change conferences and you're able to say, we're moving up and building a brand new, arena convocation center. So there's a lot of exciting things. The conference move, the new arena, the success we've had. So I think there's a buzz and excitement about our program, and we're trying to capitalize on that right now.
And I'll ask you too, because we haven't had a chance to talk to you since it happened, but the contract extension, what does it mean to you to have that security, knowing you're going to be here for a few years, and what does it mean for your family to know that you're going to be in Smithfield and running this program?
Listen, I'm blessed to have a great athletic director in Bill Smith, great president Ross Cattell, and David Byrne, head of the Board of Trustees, who believed in me and our vision and what we've done with the program and our vision for the program moving forward. And for me, it's about my family, and my family is very happy here. My children, my wife are really enjoying this experience, and obviously the basketball success has been great, but the most important thing to me is my family's happy, and that's one of those things that my family's very happy right now. And thankfully, we have an administration that believes in what we're doing and has showed that and made a commitment to me. So I'm really excited about the future and what we're going to try and build here.